activate the time machine. I mean, it was fun until we hit that, paradox loop and everything got really weird and mean and ugly and all the blood. Hey, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy new comic book day. We are back here at the Comics Talk with Reverend Sully and friends. That's you, whomever's tuning in right now. And our production crew here from our Boston studios, which is down the street from the corner. Welcome back once again. It's time. It's that time of week. It's New Comic Book Day. Well, technically, any day of the week could be New Comic Book Day for you. Seriously, it could be Saturday. We got busy lives. Sometimes, you need to go to your local comic book shop. You need to have a conversation with the owner. Perhaps look at the upcoming releases and make a poll list. Because if you're going on Saturday, chances are you may miss the issues that you're looking for. Heck, it even happens to me. Me. I mean, on any occasional Wednesday that I will miss a comic book. And it's the shop opens at 11 a.m. I don't get there till like 3, somewhere between 3 and 3:30 p.m. And you'd be amazed that some things are already sold out. And the only way around that is to make a pull list. I've never been a pull list kind of person, though. It's not my bag, baby. It's not my bag. Oh, what did I do? Did I just? Oh, I know what I did. I had the wrong screen and the wrong button. Oh, boy. Oh, my. We go to leagueofcomicgeeks.com/new comics /comics/new -comics/ which is the URL, the Universal Resource Locator in the HTTP, the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and the mighty information superhighway. You've got mail. Let's see. Yeah, we go to leagueofcomicgeeks.com. I've started using the covers because I don't know. I wanted to do something more with the show. And we used to do a daily show. And I'll start at the bottom of the list here. Yeah, and just to get a better, work-life balance, I needed to reformat the programming here at the channel. Yep, with the help of my executive producer, a Pikachu. So we do it twice a week now. We do a live stream on Sundays at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern. But also, I'll say this again at the end of the show, and I'll make some community note posts. We're changing the time of the Wednesday show. We're moving it up 1 hour. We're moving it up 1 hour, not back. We're going to be premiering the Wednesday new release preview show at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern. The work-life balance, sometimes things at work change, and sometimes you need, you need to adjust your hours. So I'll be getting out of work in time for the 4 o'clock show. I won't be getting to the local comic book shop until 4:15-ish or so. Yeah, going forward. So hopefully I get what I'm looking for. And if I don't, I reach out to other comic book shops, other LCS, other local comic book shops. Like if you don't have one around you, see, I'm in the Boston area and I have no lie, 8 different books in striking distance. Oh, here we go. That's better. Hey, I like that one. Oh, wow. See, yeah, this is, I'm just playing. StreamYards is new to me. Let's see. The Sire, Lost in Time, #3 from Dren Productions. Okay, after his disastrous trip to the West Coast, the Sire finds himself struggling to make ends meet as his alter ego, Donald Wright. Meanwhile, the superpowered syndicate is rebuilding behind the scenes, ready to unleash itself against our unsuspecting hero. Or is it hero? No variant covers. And it's got, like, it's from Mike Books. That's what the trade dress says. What is it? I have no idea. But if that kind of thing interests you, then you too could just pick up a random issue of something you've never tried. There are 91 different books here for this week. That means it's a light week, but there are a few things that are on my list of things to get. Oh, let's look at this one. Emerini, Amateur Cupid. Space Between Entertainment releases February 1st, 2024. A hapless, sex-obsessed Cupid. Oh, boy. And we've got variant covers. Maybe this is an adult comic book. I like adult comic books. $16, 32 pages. It's Cheeky. Let's look at Cheeky Comics. Let's look at some of these. And it has variant covers. Uh-oh. Hey, now. What else do we got? I start off at the bottom of the list because you never know what you might miss. Bombshell and Tom Tom, Manga Z, Greenhorns from Keenspot, Interstellar Dust from Antarctic Press. Scout's got 3 coming out this week. We got Vanity, Omega Gang, and Side Quest. Each one for $4.99. I'm rooting for Scout, but I just don't buy them. I mean, it's they all look like just too much digital. I just question, like, why release these on floppies? All the ads that are fit to print or not print. Let's see. Cryptinials, Blacktooth Comics. Horror Comics. It's the last day of January 2024. It's February tomorrow. It starts, and it's a leap year too. What does that mean? We have an extra day this month. An extra day to read comic books. Rick and Morty I never got into. Cinderella, Princess of Death, #1 from Zenescope. $5.99. 32 pages. 3 variant covers. And okay, well, way to go, Cinderella. Good to see you moving up in the world. Let's look at some books that we would probably get if we were in our right minds here. We've got Batman, Superman, World's Finest Annual 2024. Great Dan Mora cover. Got a lot of different creators. It's probably extra thick. Here we gonna look at some variant covers. The variant covers for $5.99. Yeah. Yeah, stop buying it. Yeah, 48 pages, $4.99. Got Cullen Bunn, Mark Waid, Christopher Cantwell, Stephanie Williams, just like running the gamut of different writers. We've got different artists, and the editor-in-chief, Marie Javins. Oh, does it say Ben? I don't know if was Ben Abernathy like the group editor in any way. It doesn't say anything about editor, just editor-in-chief. Indeed. See, Earth Zero Prime right here. Earth Zero, Prime Earth. So I just shortened that now to Prime Earth Zero these days. Why not? Nobody wants a new Metamorpho series. Put Metamorpho on Doom Patrol or something. Wolverine number 42. Sabretooth War Part 2. There's a Victor Creed, the Sabretooth. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sabretooth has this is 22 8 pages, $4.99. So here we go. I've been saying this for several weeks now, probably a few months if you've been tuned in. Marvel is eventually line wide going up to $4.99. I am just a fan. I am just I go to the local comic book shops every Wednesday, and I like to buy floppies. Okay, so I got no data to support this. Well, except for Comicron. Comicron has a vital statistics, the median cover price index. And for the past 13 years, the median price has been $3.99. That's for 13 years now. The price of paper has skyrocketed since lockdown itself. Now, that was only a few years ago. I remember Mark Miller talking about his $1.99 nightclub on Image Comics and how while he was producing it, paper it went from about 17 cents an issue to produce to 70 cents per issue per floppy to produce. So yeah, Comicron. It's a great site. I mean, share screen. Here, I love this. Yeah, this is Comicron. I have this bookmarked, and I think it's a clever way to to really put across this information. Median cover prices. Now, there were 10 cents from 1938 until 1961. They went from 60 pages down to a regular size 32-page comic book in that time. But comic books, you can see they were 10 cents. This is great. I like this. Marvel, and we have the big three until the end of the Silver Age, until like the Bronze Age. You had the big three. You had Marvel, DC, and Archie, and we don't even talking about like Harvey Comics or Gold Key, which had a lot of different televised properties and licensed stuff, as we like to say now. I mean, there were so many different publishers, but these were the big three, and you can see basically the all down the line. And here we go. We're catching up to now. So since 2010, with the exception of 2011, all comics median price have been $3.99. And he kind of updated this too, which was nice. So the median price is still $3.99. And then he does a little bit of a breakdown after that. Like DC, like the average of all cover prices for a DC comic is $4.80 now. $4.58 for Marvel Comics. Yeah, and that is Comic-Con. That's one of my favorite pages to for information, for data. But yeah, I got this first issue because it was really good. I mean, Benjamin Percy. No, this is Victor Laval. Oh, and Benjamin Percy. We've got 5, 6, 7 variant covers. See, three of them, 2 of them. We have a Tyler Kirkham connecting variant and a Virgin issue of that too. Oh yeah, and that's a Tyler Kirkman variant as well. Therefore, it had the same coloring, so it's like, it is the same. Okay, it is okay. This is a Lance. This is, you put it this sideways, yeah. So this is got a wraparound probably. Why don't you just open it up and look at it? All right. I like Sentinels. Yeah, and that one's got the trade dress. See, that was the Virgin. It's got no trade dress. And this has trade dress. The logo. The Fall of X, tie-in stuff. It says variant edition. And down low, the UPC symbol must be somewhere, but not here. It's the Wolverine. Is this the Wolverine variant? This Scott Williams. Interesting. Laura. By Art Adams, though. Hello. It's a pretty decent issue. I bought it. I read it in my digital pirate chest. And as I like to say, if it's got the goods, I'm going to pick it up. But yeah, $4.99, 28 pages, which we know is about 20 to 21 pages of what we would consider comics, funny books, sequential art, about 20 pages. Then we have cover art. Then we have the Indicia page with the info bomb. And then we have the last page that has the preview art for next month's issue. Be water, my friends. Be water, my friend. I got this from the Bruce Lee store. Share screen. Share screen. There you go. Way to go, Sully. Will I get it today? No. We get the Batman and Robin annual, $5.99, 48 pages. And Joshua Williamson. We got Howard Porter on art. That's cool. And Ben Abernathy still as the editor, credited as the editor. So I wonder, he will probably run out of comics in April. So if we, I haven't heard anything about an announcement of who will be the next Batman group editor. Here's something that I've been buying. I'm always in the mood for a variant cover of this, and it's but just the art inside of it's just great anyway. $3.99. I bet you this is going up to $4.99 any minute now. 28 pages. And it's the epic conclusion of Hulk's throwdown with the World War II Ghost Rider and the War Devils. It's been pretty fun. Yeah, it's I'm liking it. It's Phil Kennedy Johnson. It doesn't say it. Where was it? Oh, here it is. Yeah. Hello. And Will Moss is the editor of this. Oh, and Spider-Man's going to have a cameo. We got 2 variant covers. I like this variant cover. This is the Wolverine variant cover. This Dustin Nguyen. And like, what does this have to do with Hulk? Nothing. It's the 50 years Wolverine's anniversary. Exactly. Where's the other one? Chad Hardin variant. This is a 1 in 25. $3.99 cover price though. Okay. And the regular cover by Nick Klein himself, who does the interior art. I saw the Barbie movie. It was too long. I should talk about the Barbie movie. We're going to talk about the Barbie movie just a little bit. Why? Because it's content and it's a conversation. I loved the opening of the Barbie movie. It was hot. It was great. I'm a huge Kubrick fan. I love 2001: A Space Odyssey. And that was spot on satire. That was really well done. That opening, this is what we were getting all of our collective panties in a twist over. That was 100% allegory. There's nothing wrong with that opening. Plus, it was pastiche. That was the opening of 2001: A Space Odyssey, the evolution of man, okay. Anyone reading World Tree? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section. Are people calling him Tiny Onion, or is Tinian his real? Is that how he? I mean, like, I don't know. You never know how to. I like this variant cover. This is like that's the Janet Jackson Rolling Stone cover parody. I got Rolling Stone in the mail as a kid. I got GQ, I got Scientific American, I got Rolling Stone magazine in the 80s and 90s. I probably moved in with my first serious girlfriend by like 1993 or 4. So like that's like, but I mean, this is why I go on about print periodicals, because comic books are periodicals for sale on the newsstand and the spinner rack, But I'm not reading World Tree. And is anyone out there? Would you describe it for us? Would you suggest it? What do you think? I liked issue number 1 of this a lot, and this is Avengers Twilight. We've got 7 different variant covers, and it's done by Chip Zdarsky with great art by Daniel Acuna, and Alexo Alonso is credited on this. Indeed. I wonder how. Interesting. Let me know. There's some Alex Ross covers. That's got to be the future Iron Man look. I love different Iron Man armors. I do. And Acuna makes Steve Rogers look a lot like an older Robert Redford, in my humble opinion. New York City have like Iron Man police and drones everywhere. So it's just, it looks like a future with the applied technologies of the heroes, but in a more of a, a hyper security state. Phil Notto cover. And issue 1 ends. Oh, is this for JR Jr.? No, Super Lug. Issue 1 ends with, the elderly Steve Rogers getting a booster of his super serum, his original super serum, which de-ages him, gives him back youth and vitality, and he looks to be like he went from like 80 to about 50. And who knows, in a couple of issues, what the consequences of taking more super serum would be for Steve Rogers, how this is going to end. And a lot of people knocking this because it's very much like Dark Knight Returns. Sure, you leave that cover. It's kind of like evocative of it. But overall, I like that first issue. I'll be picking up Duke number 2, $3.99, 32 pages on Skybound Image Press, the Robert Hickman imprint that has all the great toys. And this is set in the Energon universe. There are bunches of different variant covers. The trade paperback has a June 4th release already. That's publishing. This illusion of periodicals, the illusion of the floppy. Now here's something interesting. Titans Beast World number 6. It's over. It's done. This is it. $5.99, 48 pages. And 3 variant covers. And Titans Beast World number 5 came out last week. Yeah, that's yeah, okay. It's supposed to be monthly, right? Or every 2, I don't know. That just seems like really rushed. What do you think? I mean, yeah, seriously, last week, Titans Beast World number 5 came out last week, and as always, where's the trade paperback? Let's look at Beast World. See, this is the reading order too. Isn't that cool? You got 22 issues. $4.99, $3.99. There is the $7.99, $4.99, $5.99 for issue 1. Wow. So Beast World, November 28th. Seems to be every 2 weeks. See, I love this resource. Isn't this cool? Oh, and there's the epilogue is going to be in the next issue of Green Arrow. But look, okay, the epilogue doesn't happen. Titans 8 is the epilogue, and Green Arrow number 9, these are the epilogues. So you've got like 3 weeks, 4 weeks between. Now that doesn't seem like who made that choice? That doesn't seem like, who does that work for? Oh well. And my favorite, it's you, Alyssa Wong, and it's Dr. Aphra. Final issue of Dr. Aphra. Oh, $4.99, 28 pages. And yep, there we are. Yep. And yeah, this is Star Wars for girls by girls, and that's fine. Sure. I mean, Mademoiselle and Cosmopolitan weren't made for me, but I'd look at them for the bra ads. Yeah, I would all the time. And but Scientific American, GQ, and Rolling Stone at one time were made for me, and that is the newsstand shelf. And well, I hope Dr. Aphra fans. I wonder if this will conclude a volume of Star Wars. I wonder if Star Wars like Marvel Star Wars will get a new volume. There was a volume like that started in 2015. That was like like, hey, we sold 1 million copies. Well, they printed and shipped 1 million copies. They didn't sell per se 1 million copies. That's a specious thing to claim. Very hard to get evidence, merits to support that claim. But Dr. Aphra, yeah. Well, I believe this is the second volume of Dr. Aphra as well. So Dr. Aphra was started in the 2015 book. That was a number 1, and then came a new number 1. So I wonder if these are just because there's only so much that you can do in the couple of years between story-wise. I mean, between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So I'm pretty sure that with Dark Droids, I mean, you see a lot of Han and Carbonite. You see a lot of Lando getting ready to infiltrate Jabba's palace as the skiff guard. You see just that those are the major. You see Luke transitioning from his brown and non-movie look to his black suit, still with the gold lightsaber that's just canon only to Disney canon. And the gold lightsaber comes from like the Jedi guards, the museum guards or something like that. I can look it up, but see, I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan, and I'll root for Dr. Aphra. And like I was saying about my friend at the comic book shop, who's the everyday Star Wars cosplayer, she's under 30. She loves Dr. Aphra. She cosplays as Dr. Aphra. She and just a wonderful person and a great, and a great new Star Wars fan. Completely different kind of Star Wars fan than me. But we're Star Wars fans all the same. And I hope that Dr. Aphra fans can have their magazine or a new one. Marvel Star Wars, they do like 8 to 10 to sometimes 12 floppies a month. Is that coming to an end, or... Oh, look, here's the Wolverine variant. This is for Spider-Boy, but this is also the famous Amazing Spider-Man 300 homage cover. Spider-Boy, past couple of issues, it's been fun. Dan, fuck you, Slot. Just I can't buy any of your stuff because you blocked me on Twitter. I would be a sucker to spend my money with you. But his comics end up in my digital pirate chest. So I will, if it's good, it's good. You can't take that away from anyone, and Slot can write decent and pretty good Spider-Man tales. I mean, last Superior Spider-Man, the last issue of that was pretty fun. The last issue of Spider-Boy was pretty fun. I'm not buying it. I won't buy it. I won't buy anything with Dan Slott's name on it. Heck, I mean, right after I found out that Dan Slott, blocked me on Twitter, I burned one of his comic books in defiance, in sheer umbrage, and I was brokenhearted. Seriously, I mean, to turn that. I mean, I just like. I didn't want to play anymore. I mean, it's terrible. It took me off guard. I'd never had a negative interaction with them. I had an interaction with them back in 2015-ish or so. And where I was like, it was like, I said something, hey, maybe he had Peter do this and that. And he was like, he shot back at me immediately. I can't take unsolicited pitches online. I might have to, I'm like, whoa, sorry, dude. And I'm sorry, I don't think you're being a jerk, and it wasn't negative. It was more of like, he was like, hey, just to let you know, this sounds dangerously close to a solicit.
Greetings from Boston.
I mean, you're trying to pitch me an idea.
For you, your editors, and Mr. Dan Slott too.
And then Slott went block crazy. So these are Dan Slott comic books that were in my long box. And this is my protest. And also, it's a good experiment too, because it's just like, but what about the other artists? What about Stefano Caselli? What about everyone else involved in the production of this floppy? It's not just Dan Slott on this. This is a lot of different people, but
I'll phrase it.
They're adjacent.
I'm adjacent
to
Slott. A bunch of internet wrestling heels.
Yeah, they're adjacent to him, and those are your rules. And this is why we get blocked on Twitter by comic book creators, because we follow the wrong people. And this, for me, is defiance. This, to me,
this is what we all deserve. Then, right?
Is how you should treat someone.
This is what we deserve.
That
our hopes and dreams in fire and ashes
would treat you like that.
Well, thank you, Marvel Comics. I can't buy your shit anymore. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Don't take any shit from people. I'm sorry. I mean, and that was kind of like, I look back on that and I kind of wince at it a bit. It's a little cringy, sure, because I can be judged on that. Be like, hey, you're the guy that burned it. You're the guy that burned a fucking comic book. You're a book burner. It was like, well, I did. That was my property, though. But you have to but I can do whatever I want to it. I could have wiped my butt with that if I wanted to. I could have been more disgraceful to it. But no, but just that was defiance, and that was performance. That was performative too. But also just to answer the question, what about everyone else involved with that? Well, you're adjacent to Dan Slott. That's adjacency, right? Those are your rules, right? But he can occasionally still write a pretty good Spider-Man tale. Hey, speaking about being blocked, it's Green Lantern. I'm a huge Green Lantern fan, and I'm not going to buy this book because Tim Sheridan blocked me on Twitter for being part of a comic book shop style conversation, and I wasn't even being negative about Alan Scott, his new direction. And it just shows the wholesale ignorance involved with block lists and adjacencies, and my disgust, and my umbrage. And it's good because it tells me as a spiritual person that I need to let things go. I can't have an attachment to this. It's exposing hate in my heart. And maybe I should be appreciative to this challenge, because it's these visceral reactions that I have to these uppity, better than you, usually always lefty progressive creators. They've weaponized our hobby and have disparaged the product. I mean, there's more power in unity and understanding and conversation. But, seeing Tormey's art is really good in this. It really is. I've been reading it. It's usually part of my digital pirate chest. I'm not going to buy it. I would be buying it because I am a huge Green Lantern fan. Batman Off-World #3 is really good. Dead X-Men. Who's writing this? What is this? Steve Fox. Chances are, we got chances are mediocre. Oh, wow. 5 X-Men died. Well, lots of more X-Men died than that, but Cannonball, Dazzler, Frenzy, Jubilee, and Prodigy all died at the Hellfire Gala. So maybe they get one more do-over. I don't know. Is Jubilee still a vampire? These are the questions I want to know. I thought Steve Fox did a decent job on Dark X-Men. It didn't land well, but none of those. Mostly all of these minis for Fall of X didn't land well. Avengers Incorporated #5, last issue. And Carnage #3. That's been interesting. That's easy. That's $4.99, 28 pages. So that's 20 pages of what you would consider comic books, with the cover, info dump page, and a preview page, leaving you with about 6 pages full of ads. And this has been this been pretty good. Doran Gronbeck's writing it. Perry Perez doing the art. I mean, this is a horror magazine. I've been enjoying it. I thought it was oh wow, that was actually pretty fun. Was this the one? Spider-Man 2099 #5, Miguel O'Hara. Again, this has been a weekly. This is we get the Trinity Special #1, $5.99. So it's going to reprint a few different things. And maybe it's collecting the Tom King backup that was in Wonder Woman. And it's got 4 variant covers. This is Trinity. Her name is Lizzie Prince. Yeah. So yeah, this is just reprinting all the Trinity stuff that's been in Tom King's Wonder Woman, which hasn't been all that bad. Gang War: Deadly Hands of Kung Fu by Greg Kupak. Sorry, you and your adjacency stuff. You judgmental comic book creators. You better than us. You know. Yeah. $4.99, 28 pages. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? We've got 35 issues in Gang War. And that would be part 24 of 35. Wow. Mostly 3. So you got $4.99s, $4.99s, $5.99s. Only a few $3.99ers. It all adds up. It all adds up. Do, 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 do. It all adds up. Is that the words? This is a car song. Local Man! Yay! Okay. Local Man is one of my favorite comic books since coming back in the past 2 years. It's a flip book. That means you can flip it upside down, and it has a backup feature which is set in the past. And I've been talking about it maybe about 10 months now. So go and get Local Man. It's good stuff. Anything else? Moon Man, Somna from Distillery. By you, Becky Cloonan, not getting this. Sorry. I mean, Becky Cloonan. I never had a interaction with this person, but adjacency. But I'm the bad guy. Why? Because I'm on Wes's show? That's a blessing to be able to connect with people and be part of these conversations. Lilo and Stitch on Dynamite. Power Girl Uncovered. This is just, I think collecting all the different Power Girl covers, perhaps. See, this is great. I mean, look at this. Beautiful. Love Power Girl variants. This is all the covers who have brought her to life over the years. So it's not just recent stuff. $5.99, 40 pages. I wonder if I'd get something like that. Not sure. We got DC Power 2024 and Marvel Voices Legends. And it's February. It's Black History Month. And as Chris Rock said, of course they gave us February. It's the shortest month of the year, and it's the coldest month of the year. Exactly. And looks to be about it. I'm a huge Robotech fan, and I steer clear of Robotech comic books. They're usually not that good, in my experience. And yeah, that's it. That's it for this week. Oh, we didn't talk about Barbie. Yeah, we're going to talk about Barbie. And we're going to remind you again that starting next week, the Wednesday show will be premiering at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Because of, work. My schedule's changed a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. My headphones. And I'll be getting to the local comic book shop a little later. So wish me good hunting. Barbie. I saw Barbie last week. I rented it on Amazon Prime. I was I liked the beginning of it, the opening shot. That was fucking great. It was funny. It was witty. It was cinematic. It was scathing. It was satirical. It was pastiche. It was good movie making. All right, but we can't be giving Greta Gerwig the Best Director nomination just for that one part of an overall big film. Now, lots of great stuff happened in this movie, such as set design and costumes, and even the really good special effects. It was really nice union of CGI and practical effects. The colors worked. It was very bright. It's very toyetic. It was really nice. It was also kind of preachy as hell, and it couldn't sustain that energy and that pluck and verve that the opening sequence had. By the middle of the movie, it hit this kind of, maybe it was around one of the musical numbers, or it just lost its momentum, and the movie was a drag from there on out. It lost its pacing, one could say. That's just my assessment. It's my humble opinion. All right, it's just my opinion. And I'm not punching down on marginalized communities or the patriarchy, supporting, fuck off, all that. I mean, it got plenty of Oscar nominations, and it had a $1.44 billion box office. As producers of that movie, Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie have probably reaped a financial windfall that, like, it would be akin to like hitting the lottery. And in the end, the movie wasn't fun. It was I couldn't wait for it to be over. And the individual performances were great. And but yeah, then there's a lot to. I mean, then you have to look. Like there were. I'm not saying it was anti-male, but it was just like, this is in progress. This is comeuppance. I mean, is this comeuppance for all the 80s movies? I think probably. Then you have to accept it. No, I don't. But yeah, I hope it wins. If it deserves to, but Best Picture? No. I mean, Best Picture's got 10 nominations now, so it's all participation trophies if you don't win it. Another thing too, it's progressive stuff. I didn't, unless I blinked and missed it, I didn't see any Kens with any Kens. I didn't see any Barbies with any Barbies. Every Ken was made for every Barbie. but they didn't have, and it didn't appear. Now they had a trans Barbie. Sure, fine. But you didn't. I'm pretty sure, unless I blinked, and correct me in the comments in the chat. But yeah, I don't recall seeing any, gay relationships, unless there was some queer coding in the Mattel board. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, so Barbie was kind of a miss. I want to check out that Emma Stone one. That was Poor Things. 11 nominations for that as well. And I hear Poor Things is a horror movie. It's kind of like a Frankenstein movie. I'm into that. I like Emma Stone. But yeah, I have to catch up on movies. I don't see many movies anymore. I'm looking forward to Dune Part 2. And I can see that in 70 millimeter. I would prefer 70 millimeter over IMAX. IMAX is great. It's huge. It's an experience. But, overall, it's like, it's a little much. But 70 millimeter is it's elegant. It's like a lightsaber. If IMAX was a blaster, 70 millimeter was for a more civilized time. Let's see, but yeah, it's not that I hated Barbie, or I'm not gonna be, you're a misogynist, you're punching down. No, I'm not. I mean, geez, Margot Robbie's performance was fine, but was it Oscar worthy? I mean, these were just, was Ken's. Seriously, Ryan Gosling really kind of pulls together that movie because he's talent. But is the role of Ken for that character, is that worthy of an Oscar? No. America Ferrera as Sasha's mom, and just maybe, I don't know. I would have to compare it to like the other roles that were for Best Supporting Actress, and I haven't seen any of those movies. So it's like there is a field. I can't just say but after seeing it, I'm like, there's probably a better performance and portrayal by one of those other four actresses in a different, emotional scale and a different setting and a different story. I mean, Barbie is, it got nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, not Original Screenplay, because Barbie is this is adapted from an intellectual property. It had a pre-existing story for the whether it was Barbie and the Rockers or whatever, Mattel loose description to better suit a young girl's headcanon, or whatever. But it's, Barbie was not an original screenplay. Barbie was an adapted work. So for Barbie to get so many, how many let's see, Barbie nominations. Barbie nominations. Oh, come on, how many? 8. Barbie got 8 Oscar nominations. And then just all this skinned knee, demonstrative, but Greta Gerwig got shut out and Margot Robbie got shut out. No, they didn't. They were producers of that movie as well. They were some of the biggest beneficiaries of the financial success of the phenomenon that was Barbenheimer and Barbie in the summer of 2023, a summer movie, a popcorn movie that people came out in droves to see. And it was genuinely accepted too. But is it high art? It's pretty decent art. But is it, remains of the day? Or it's not, I mean, I don't, it's so, yeah, I mean, congratulations and good luck, Barbie. I will root for you. My auntie Jojo, who's passed away, was born in the 50s and grew up in the 60s, and she was a huge Barbie fan. So I wanted to see this movie in her stead and on her behalf. And it was enjoyable. Oh gosh, we got to look at Margot Robbie's feet for like a quarter of this movie. Did I just say that? Pika, you wrote that down. I mean, it's in part of the show notes. I'm just the talent. I just read what he writes. Like Quentin Tarantino in here. But yeah, so it's new release day for the comic books. What are you getting this week? Let us know in the chat and in the comment section. Or what are you putting down? Are you picking up World's Finest? I'd like to know. Please like and subscribe. Would love to earn your subscription. And we have a time change starting next week. The show the Wednesday show premieres at 4. The live stream will be going on at 3 o'clock as usual. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Please subscribe. This is Comics Talk with Reverend Sully. This is the home and the dojo for tactical and practical spirituality, the kind that can really help you and give you some traction on what's bugging you deep down inside. If you feel like you too, if you're like me, you feel like that you're in a pit and you can't get out, you can build a ladder with gratitude. And every blessing and everything that you write down on your gratitude list, that's just another rung on the ladder that will help you climb out of this pit. And I want to pay this forward and share this wonderful wisdom with anyone who's like me, suffers from the chronic mopies, the chronic lonelies, and the chronic angries. There is tangible, solid, practical, and tactical help. And we can help each other. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. We will see you again in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.